Yeah, everybody, nice to have you here. This is your favorite sporting journalist called Ms. Choki. Of course, this is football according to S. Choki. And for those returning subscribers on my YouTube channel, that is Escobento TV. And for those who are still tuned in from Facebook, thank you for always being here at Escobento TV. First, let's go to the matters that matter the most first. The Premier League, of course, is our major concern here at Escobento TV. So let's look at the fixtures that we are expecting this weekend. Fulham will play Manchester City at the Craven Cottage at 30 minutes past 2. That is Eastern Africa time. And then Bournemouth will welcome Brentford at the Vitality Stadium. Everton will play Sheffield United at the Goodison Park, and Newcastle United will play Brighton and Hove Albion. So, guys, kindly, that's my first match on highlight. And then there is Spurs playing Burnley at the Spurs Stadium at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, London. And then West Ham United will play Luton at the London Stadium from 5 p.m. And then Wolverhampton will play Crystal Palace at the Molineux in Wolverhampton. Then Nottingham Forest will play Chelsea at the City Ground, that is Nottingham. And then on Sunday, 12th May, now this is my biggest concern of the weekend. Manchester United will go toe-to-toe with Arsenal at the Old Trafford, the Manchester. So, and also the Champions League fixtures. I will have a match between that. It will be at the Wembley Stadium. There will be a fantastic final between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund. Real Madrid is a Spanish club and Borussia Dortmund is a German club. So, but they will be at the English soil. The both of the two teams has good players from the English soil, so they will be having a chance to lift this trophy on the home soil, but with different teams. That is, without ado, I'm speaking of Jadon Sancho and, of course, Jude Bellingham. There might be other players, but I did not look much in them. But this will be an unmissable drama. As also yesterday, everybody was really feeling okay because yesterday the comeback was well curated by the likes of Bayer Leverkusen, never loosen, if I may say, because they created a comeback when they played with AS Roma yesterday, and some things are just fantastic and fine here. So we'll be enjoying quite a match at the final between Atalanta and Bayer Leverkusen, that is in the Europa League. And then we'll be tackling some of the biggest stories in the Premier League, because Escobento TV is your number one. And let's switch gears to the KPL a little bit. There's a team that is, just points away from the relegation zone. I'm speaking of Shabana FC, Torebobe. They will be playing this weekend at the Mamboleo Stadium at Kisumu. They will be playing tomorrow at the Mamboleo Stadium in Kisumu County and Kisumu City. They will play Shabana FC, and wow, what an exciting encounter we are waiting for, because everybody else who loves football knows that this really is the time for Shabana players to step up and show what they have. This is the time they can redefine the DNA of the Premier League and everything. This is the time the players, they need to show that we can play in top tier competitions. We can battle any team in the Premier League. I feel that this game will show us a lot what Shabana is made of, and who is going to stay, who is the future of the team. Does Sami Omolo Pamzo really does Sami Omolo Pamzo identify as a Shabana coach? This weekend, we still go toe to toe with one of the best sides in East Africa. That's Gor Mahia, Kogalo, Sirikal, Mayenga, Manyanga. But fans of Shabana FC recently have even printed shirts in the local language. They are saying Shabana Stayegochi, meaning that Shabana, there is nowhere they are going. They are staying in the Premier League. And we'll be watching that match closely. Now, let me go to the biggest matter that brought me here today is because Manchester United will tackle the Arsenal. I mean, United does not have all players as it's required and anything plus anything, but I want to sound a warning to the Arsenal supporters that this game is not an easy match. If Arsenal are really on form, then United should be forming formidable ways so that they do not concede heavily, first on Old Trafford. Secondly, the players need to stand out for their manager, that's Erik Ten Hag, because there are still games to be played in the Premier League. That is the likes of Newcastle and Brighton, who apparently are playing each other this weekend. That is yesterday. Sorry, tomorrow, and that match will be really highlighted quite well because anybody who loves football will watch that match and then gauge which team will give Manchester problems after Arsenal. Remember, Arsenal after the game on Sunday, they will be remaining with one fixture, that is Everton. And what's quite funny is that Mikel Arteta was a former Everton player back then, and now he also was a former player at the Arsenal before becoming the manager at Arsenal, and he was also an assistant manager under Pep Guardiola. For those who do not have that information, but the key point here is that despite the rioting and the other stuff, fans are placing. They're saying that Manchester is quite down. I want to tell everybody, do not overwrite Manchester United because Old Trafford is a theater of dreams. But despite the bad form, the mistakes, lack of centre backs, lack of consistency in the midfield and up front, I want to sound a warning to the Arsenal fans that United is not a team to be joked around with, especially when we lost the first game. And that day, I remember Ganacho scored a goal, but it was called for offside. And again, in the same span of like 10 minutes or so, we conceded two goals. And I want to sound a warning that Arsenal that day were not the better team when we lost that game at the Emirates. When the likes of Jude, Declan Rice scoring a goal, and everybody was just buzzing around and saying, calling United all sorts of stuff. I want to sound Sunday at the Old Trafford. It's not business as usual because the players have that mandate, fight for the badge. United this season have conceded heavily against better sides, and Arsenal currently is playing better than Manchester United, but that does not even say tell the real story because United is still a giant club. I know everybody must speak, but I'll give you an example. Back in 2019, when United were going to play Paris Saint Germain at the Parc the Princess, you saw what happened. United manufactured, orchestrated a fantastic comeback that day, and that left us asking ourselves that there are some players who have that DNA of Manchester United. They really can you know, pull things together, and I still have hope in the squad that we have despite all the injuries. And news this morning, I saw Lisandro Martinez back to training, and I hope he'll not he'll not be forced to play that game. Let him rest and wait for the FA final, which has greater magnitude. But again, we are taking every game as a final, because if we really want to stand a chance to play in Europe next season, that's why I'm bringing up this subject again. The chase between Arsenal and Manchester City might end in tears because, let's look systematically how things are done. Is that Pep Guardiola was, he was managing Man City with Mikel Arteta as his assistant, and most of the time that City used to score past, the Arsenal, Arteta could just fall down and never celebrate because he loved the team. That is what all that showed. And what Arteta has done to the Arsenal for the recent 2 seasons is just remarkable, incredible. But I want to say this: Manchester City are a very dangerous team, especially when they know that they really can't slip up at this stage, despite them, being knocked out of the Champions League by Real Madrid and every stuff. I'm just rooting for Manchester City to take this cup because I know they have a game at hand, and the players are just motivated. And I mean, what a season they will have if they take this in the fourth time consecutively. You know, United only has done it 3 times consecutively. Now City will do it 4 times, and it's it's the new era of football. City is really the club, and Arsenal they will be chasing, but at least they have given a good account of themselves. The players, the manager, the staff, the fans, everybody, they have given themselves a good account this season, and credit to them. The players like Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard have been really being influential in the team, without forgetting, the likes of William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, and the goalkeeper also, who is had an incredible run, by the way, and he is the season's winner for the Golden Glove. So I do not want to take all the credit from the Arsenal players, but in respect with the title, I think I'm rooting heavily on Manchester City to bag this title. No disrespect to the Arsenal fans and what they have did, but that's just my opinion. You feel if you feel like you have a different opinion, guys, let me know in the comment section. But I'm really, I'm really giving this opinion with a lot of adapted clarity that this team Arsenal will not win on Sunday, and they will not win the Premier League. It gives us better odds, because if we draw against the Arsenal now, that will be very heartbreaking for everybody. But should Arsenal win in that game on Sunday, then the hopes will go up. But should Arsenal win and also Manchester City win, so the pressure will keep on piling on City, because definitely they have more games to play, so they have to have more, you know, care. And I want to remind you that in that season when United were battling with the Manchester City, they were on level points and stuff. So there's one thing funny that happened. United's game ended up early, if you can recall well, before City's. Now this will also tell you something very similar into the race title this season, is that Arsenal have more games that they have played than Manchester City. So it means City, in terms of chasing the title, guys, I stand to be corrected. They are very dangerous, and this time they'll marvelously do something great. Let me see who's tuned in here. There is Kim's Celeb Show. Thank you. Saying Mambo imechemka. And then there is a Face Red Smiling. Face Red Smiling. Thank you. And there is a YFN Wiki. United next time. I don't know what that means, but again, I want to share my opinion with a lot of clarity and finality is that United really they have a good chance in stopping Arsenal this weekend because we have had a lot of noise on the streets because Arsenal fans they are so positive about their team, but again they can be positive in finishing runners up this season, and maybe they wait for next season because that is what. But again, let us have a quick look at the injury news in the Premier League because we must be concerned with every aspect. And then the biggest, I'll just give you the highlights. Trippier in contention to face Brighton. Martinez and Rashford back in training. Maguire out for around 3 weeks. This means that the odds of him playing in the FA Cup final are just minimal. And then there is a Pep gives update on 4 Man City players. Then there's a Fabian Schär set to miss the rest of the season. Remember, this is a blow to Newcastle because Fabian Schär is one of the best, defenders we have. We also has the capability of playing, what do I call them, free kick and setting up players doing just marvelous stuff. And we'll be just looking at the big story. I think let's look at the current Trippier first before we narrow down to the Manchester United's Martinez, Rashford, who's back on training, and so sources have Kieran Trippier is just if you are planning to play him this weekend in the Fantasy Premier League, kindly guys look for another option. But we'll wait and see because time really can change a lot of things. And let's see who are the players that can miss from the crucial teams this weekend. I'll start off with Manchester United before we look at the Arsenal. So Manchester United have these players, key players missing, you know, in their match against Arsenal. So there's Tyrell Malacia, Anthony Martial, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, Victor Lindelof, Johnny Evans, Rafael Varane, Marcus Rashford. There's no indication of injury, but he's not been playing for like 2 games or so. We don't have the official communication, but once it's here, we'll just break it down to you. Then there is Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandes, Willie Cambuala, and Harry Maguire. So those are the set of players that Manchester United will miss going to this weekend. Then we'll go to quickly have a look at the Arsenal because that is the big feature match that we will be looking up to. So let's look at the Arsenal. Who will they miss? I don't think they don't have injury updates Arsenal, so I think they have a full squad. So I don't think that they will have a set of excuse this weekend should they not perform well. Another team that has been really doing well this season, there is Aston Villa. Aston Villa, they were quite good in the start of the league, but towards the end, they have not yet given the same energy that they started with. So it's been quite bad for them, I can say. So they're missing, that's Aston Villa, they're missing Tyrone Mings, Emiliano Buendia, Bubakar Kamara, Jacob Ramsey, Nicolo Zaniolo, Yuri Tillemans, Emiliano Martinez. Wow, this is huge. And then there is Morgan Rogers. So I guess missing starters will be really hefty. But Aston Villa have had quite a season this season. Despite everything, I think they'll have a better run. Otherwise, let me know where you are tuned in from the comment section, because basically here we must continue, tackling what is big in the football world. City also do not have injury concerns, so I think they'll have quite a run in the Premier League. Others, I appreciate you for always tuning here at Escobento TV. Remember, returning subscribers and those who have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, that is Escobento TV, and those who are streaming this from Facebook, that is Esri on Twitter, and then there is a page of Facebook, that is Escobento TV. Guys, kindly let's follow that page so that we can keep on giving you football as it occurs. Before I leave this stream, at least let me have a quick look at fixtures over this weekend. So let's have an overall look at the fixtures this weekend, so that we can you know see who is playing who, and arrange our schedules for watching these matches. So we'll firstly rush to the English Premier League. You know why we rush there? Because so I think Fulham, Manchester City, that will be an early kickoff. Bournemouth, Brentford, the game will start at 5. Everton and Sheffield, 5 p.m. Newcastle, Brighton, 5 p.m. Tottenham, Burnley, 5 p.m. West Ham and Luton, 5 p.m. Wolves and Crystal Palace, 5 p.m. Nottingham, Chelsea, 7:30. Manchester United, Arsenal, that will be on Sunday. And then Aston Villa, Liverpool, that will be on Sunday. So I think those are the fixtures in the Premier League. Then we'll have a dash at the League One. We'll have a look at the League One, because there will be matches. There will be Brest will play Reims, and Nice will play Le Havre. I don't know whether that is the correct pronunciation, but wow, that is it. Then we have also, I don't know why they do not have many matches. I will look on. So then let's also have a glance at the German Bundesliga. Let's have a glance at the German Bundesliga. Remember, this is a league that has already been won by Bayer Leverkusen. Now I'm reminded that it's Bayer Leverkusen. So guys, it's just incredible to see a team, not losing any match in any competition this season. That's just pure class from Sabi Alonso's side, and wow, just kudos to that team. Bayer Leverkusen, Bayer 04 Leverkusen, for doing what they do best. And in Germany, I don't know why there are minimum matches, but the match that is highlighted here is between Augsburg and Stuttgart. That will be at 9:30. And let's also see look at the Syria. The Syria match that is will be highlighted tomorrow. That is Frosinone will play Inter Milan. Inter are the current champions in Italy, so they're just playing in honor of the fixtures. And let's go to the Kenya Premier League. Sorry. Also, let's go to the La Liga before we. There will be Alaves will play Girona. So those, I think, the big highlights of the weekend before we dash into the Kenya Premier League, the FKF Premier League, the Football Kenya Federation League, so that we can see who is playing who as we approach the weekend. So approach the weekend, we are expecting a lot of matches. So we'll have a quick dash. Bitcoin United will play KK Homeboys at 12 p.m. Tomorrow, as Bandari will play Posta Rangers. Gurmaya play Shabana 3 p.m. And Kariobangi will play Sofapaka. Nzoia Sugar will play KCB. Lindsay Stars will play Moron Youth. Tusker will play Moranga Youth. And Police FC will play Nairobi City Stars. Atlanta FC will play FC Leopards. Otherwise, I appreciate you for being here.